A 10-year-old boy from Turnerville was severely injured in an ATV accident this morning.
Fox 10 News reporter Joe Salvatore has the rest.
When the 911 call came down to Turnerville volunteer firefighters, they were told a boy was hurt on an ATV somewhere off Roberts Road. What they didn't know were the challenges they would face in order to treat the child and transport him out of the woods.
He was very lucky. It could have been a lot worse. The handle grip is what went through the little boy's thigh.
The thigh contains a major artery and the massive femur bone.
Damage one of those, you could bleed out very quickly.
The boy's father met arriving firefighters near a locked gate. He told them his son was on a trail beyond the tree line.
We had to use bolt cutters to cut this yellow gate in here behind us to cut the lock off of it.
Firefighters then began rolling down a torn up dirt road and were stopped once again.
There's a washout, probably about a 2 or 2.5 foot drop off where we couldn't get the ambulance or a fire truck or anything in there.
The crew covered the hole using timbers from a fire truck and then drove the rest of the way in a four-wheel drive truck with medical gear.
When we got in there to him, he was laying on his back, and it went through probably kind of toward the inside of the front thigh and protruded through the backside.
Now, rescuers had to somehow cut the handlebar without causing further injury to the child.
Because you can't pull it out.
LifeFlight was dispatched to Turnerville and landed its helicopter in a field off Roberts Road.
They were able to give it an IV going and give him some pain medicine so that when we started cutting and maneuvering everything, it wasn't as bad.
A resident passing by the emergency scene stopped and suggested firefighters try using one of his tools.
This little thing probably wasn't 4 inches long, pipe cutter, and that's what we were able to cut the end of the handlebar off with.
And after all of that, the injured 10-year-old had just one thing on his mind.
He was mad because we cut his Auburn shirt, so we promised that the fire department would buy him a new Auburn t-shirt.
Chief Smith says the child was in stable condition when LifeFlight transported him to USA Medical Center. In Turnerville, Joe Salvatore, Fox 10 News.
We reached out tonight for an update on the child's condition, but our questions went unanswered. We'll try again and have the